And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to another weekend edition of the PiGosaur Monday number 20. Of course, your weekly dose of open StarCraft. I'm, of course, your VIP. With me, I'm joined by these amazing players, by the people in the chat, by my plushies as well. Welcome one and all, to our first broadcast of the day. We're just live earlier, of course, last night with the TvP Monday. Now we are here with the PiGosaur Monday. Here we go, and we are jumping into our first series of the night, or of the morning, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Era Home. We have our red Terran player for the Fighting Heroes. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the American Protoss, the blue Protoss player representing Root Gaming. It is a Creature. Go. Oh. And if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. It is Gamma time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will claim the series. Best of luck in the chat, as predictions are now open. Get your Gamma going. Get your Gamma going. So yeah, I'm settling in. Whew. And my apologies. I'm just... a little bit under the weather, but we're okay. We're okay. We'll get through this. We'll be fine, Pappy. We'll be fine. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I may have just woken up, but we're here together. We'll make it. We'll wake up through the process of StarCraft. Through the process of StarCraft. Let's go. Let's go. As we get into Era Home. Era Home, of course, is a TLMC map. It is one of the older TLMC maps in the map pool, and this is one of the replacement maps. So there's the curious. Remember, in this tournament, we do not feature Abyssal Reef, we do not feature Nearby the Square, and we do not feature King's Cove either. We've gotten rid of them. Instead, we have Era Home, we have Talisman, and we have Starchild instead. Some older TLMC maps, but what I will say, excitingly so, is that they will soon be replaced with the new TLMC, as of course it has opened up for us. It is now available and will soon be open to public voting as well. So exciting times coming up ahead of us with the new TLMC. Exciting. We'll be going over it during the podcast, I'm sure, going over all the maps and going over everything that is to come. Until then, we're settling into our best of 3. We have our initial opener here for Creature. Creature going for a Stargate. Bold move here by Creature. Stargate opener out of our Protoss player on a small map like Era Home. Always risky, especially against Nicoract of all players. Nicoract, he does dip in, he does not get behind the mineral lane though, he does not get a full scout. He does rotate around, Adept does chase, there's an opening here into the main base, second Adept is on the way, and the Reaper is going to be zoned back. Just barely in time. Creature so far is keeping up, is zoning Nicoract away. Behind this, Nicoract is going into Reactor Reaper. Hellion is going to be committing here into a more aggressive start. Again, it was a double gas opener, double gas into Fast Factory, into delayed CC, of course. So much more aggressive start from our Terran, and we'll see if he can break the defenses of Creature. We shall see. As we are moving out, it's going to be 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions battling across the map. Behind this, setting up for a mine drop as well. Maybe casting even though you're not feeling the best. We're always happy, always. We're always here, always. We'll get there, man. We'll get there. As oh my god, as the probes are going to be pulled, workers are lining up. So far, first Hellion goes down. We do dive into the mineral line. Diving in. Oh, getting one worker so far. Getting a second. 2 probe kills. 2 probes. I'm barely getting a third, and with that, Nicoract is cleaned up. He does at least confirm the build. He's aware of the Stargate. It does get some workers, but overall was hoping for a bit of a better trade. Remember, this was 3 Reapers and 2 Hellions for only 3 workers. Not ideal. Not ideal for Nicoract behind this, building up his Viking, going for a Widowmine drop across the map, getting Cyclone production, and building up. But again, this is a bit of a later reaction from Nicoract is the problem here. It means for the time being, Creature, he does have map control. He is going to be containing his opponent and going to try to keep him contained, keep him so, as he actually does stop Phoenix production. Only 2 Phoenixes into Twilight Council into most likely charge. Interesting. So Creature does pivot away, at the same time drop in towards that natural. Only 1 Widowmine, does pull away in time, and 1 probe goes down. Does get away in time. Does pull away. Share my papi, share my. Hello, BBQ. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Oh. As Phoenixes will shut down the first medevac. Nice pickup. Medevac goes down. Wouldn't mind as well. And there's that charge that we didn't mention. The reason why we assumed it was going to be charged, of course, is because Blink and Phoenixes, they play the same role. They play the same role when it comes to gaining map control and hunting down those medevacs. So it doesn't make too much sense investing into both. So we have charge here up for the ground. Phoenixes for the air. The boys are being pulled, and we just commit to a two-base all-in. Again, Nicoract, we expected aggression. This, less so. I wasn't fully expecting him to just pull the boys, but it's all or nothing. The reason why we're doing this, again, creature is vulnerable. Charge is not done, and Phoenixes, they can lift up one unit at a time. Right now, creature, he is up against the wall, and does spot the all-in. But can he survive? There's a shield battery. No force fields. And no sentries, no force fields. Does know the Phoenixes. Does commit in. Remember, there's no stim. But still start stepping forward. Who do you see? Creature needs a couple more seconds. Charge about to finish up. 10 seconds away. Just 10 more seconds. As Phoenixes are landing. Diving on forward. Starter stepping in. Zelsar going down. The shield battery out of energy. And it looks like he has done it. He breaks that natural. Phoenixes, they try to race back. That is a lot of Phoenixes. Can he pull it for defense? Again, at least the natural is going to fall, but he has to keep going. He has to keep going from here. Has to break the main. This creature still has the third. Actually pulls away, going for the third base instead. Ensuring the creature stuck on one base. Takes down the Zealots. Army comes in from behind. Oh, and there are just so many Marines here. Is fighting within the shield battery. But alas, the Phoenixes are going down. Tank gets lifted, but there are just too many Marines. There's too much anti-air. It looks like Nicoract, he has done it. He shuts down the Phoenixes. And he will still break the base. GG. And Nicoract will claim game number 1. GG, well played. Again, Nicoract, he's known for being aggressive. He's not quite like Hon Mono. He's not as all-in as Hon Mono, but regardless, hyper-aggression out of Nicoract does pull creature down, and with that, Nicoract still, well, he will take a lead 1-0. Does take a lead. And again, this is why it is risky to open up Stargate, especially on smaller maps. I was shocked to see the Stargate opener on Aerohome of all maps. I didn't get to really emphasize it too much, but Aerohome is a rush map. It is even smaller than Whispers of Gold. Has a very short rush distance by ground, very aggressive map. So to open up Stargate here, it was risky, and as you can see, creature, he was punished for it. He's punished for that greed, punished for that opener. And now we're getting into game number 2. Now, as we look into a larger map, I would say that Stargate play is more viable, but after doing it in game 1, I'm less confident about going to Stargate now in game number 2. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on our Protoss. So spawning in the top right-hand corner of ley lines, we have the red Terran player. The red Terran representing the Platinum Heroes leading the series 1-0. It is Nicoract. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have the American Protoss through gaming. Down in the series, it is a creature. Here we go. Buenos días, papi, buenos días. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Bom dia, if you will. Bom dia. Beautiful. We are going to be settling in. And again, my eyes are going to be on creature coming into this game. Does he go for a Stargate once again? Does he go for a Twilight Council? Coming into ley lines, as you mentioned, ley lines is a larger map compared to Aerohome. True is a larger map. I would say it is safer than the previous map to go Stargate, but ley lines is still one on the smaller side overall. Is larger than Aerohome, is larger than Whispers of Gold, but still one of the smaller maps in the map pool. So I would hope to see a Twilight Council opener out of creature instead. The reality is, though, it might be a stylistic choice. He might just prefer and enjoy Stargate play more than anything, so we might see that again. Our eyes are on the Protoss, as the probe is going to be delaying the expansion. Single gas, racks expand, economic opener out of Nicoract. Is going for an economic start. And is going for that CC. Likewise, Creature also embracing a standard opener himself. So we are going to be settling in. That is a second Rax. Okay, already. Aggressive build. I mean, which again is what we expect out of Nicoract. He is hyper aggressive, specifically in this matchup. I mean, I say this matchup in almost all matchups, to be fair. As we do have that second Rax. Now, this could lead into a third Rax, into a 3 Rax, and behind this there is that eBay. So I'm leaning towards a third Rax. This could also be a 2-on-1 with a factory and starport follow-up. But I'm expecting a third Rax. And oh, no, there it is. Factory. Okay. Now, regardless, this is a very delayed starport. Very delayed. So this could be another 2-base all-in, and we could pull the boys with this. There is the option. There is the option for Nicoract to pull the boys with this stim timing. As the tech lab is on the way, and again, we are rushing to stim faster than normal. Now, Creature, he doesn't quite scout, so it doesn't quite get eyes on this. But now it's delaying mining time. Shading towards that main, but he's denied access to the main base. Doesn't find a way in. Meanwhile, back at home, Blink. Twilight Council into Blink. This time a much more standard, much more safe opener here out of Creature. I do appreciate this. I do enjoy this a little bit more, especially on ley lines. But we do have aggression coming his way, and it is going to be, a 2-on-1. Now, a 2-on-1 is designed to completely hard counter a Stargate opener. So if we were going Stargate 2 games in a row, then Creature would be in a lot of trouble here. He would be in danger. Regardless, this is going to be an aggressive build. What I will say is that Creature, he has a better chance at slowing this down. This is going to be a 16 Marine double medevac timing, of course, from Nicoract. Has potential, but likewise, Creature, we'll see if he can shut it down. And shut it down. Creature will slow down the push. There we go. Double medevac on the way. Going to be those 16 Marines and that stim timing alongside +1. And Nicoract here has no idea. He didn't scout across the map. He hasn't seen any stalkers either. Nicoract, he's blindly embracing this build, and he's going up against a 4-gate. Ooh, 4-gate blink at a Creature. I actually favor Creature here. My 4-gate blink is exactly what you want against this. To shut it down. Here comes that double drop. And as the drop moves out, Creature is moving in. And Nicoract, he has nothing to defend. He has no tanks. Remember, he has delayed tank production because of this build. He is not ready. And we might end up in a bit of a weird base trade here. There is at least a bunker to buy some time. And the tank is seconds away, but it's too late. The bunker is going to fall. Does blink in, the boys are being pulled, bunker goes down, repairs not in time. And we go for the base trade. Double drop into the main, can always recall back home. Stalkers, they commit in, SCVs are falling. Nicoract into the mineral line. Gets a couple of probes. Natural base is gonna fall. At the same time, Nicoract going for the kill. Goes in towards that natural. There's that recall, and these 16 Marines, they're not gonna be enough. Picks up a couple of key units, but again, he's going to be cleaned up, is going to be shut down, and now we have Creature in a much better position. Ooh, Prism does fall, but Creature is on 3 bases. He's on 3 bases. He lost 7 probes, but alas, Nicoract, he lost his natural. Again, Nicoract blindly going for the 2-on-1. Again, I'm sure he was hoping that it was a Stargate opener, but alas, Nicoract, he ran into Blink Stalkers instead. Ran into Blink Stalkers, and with that, Creature, he's in a massive lead. He has a massive advantage. All the Creature has to do is contain. Just contain the Terran and slow down the push. And Nicoract, he's pretty all in. It's looking bleak here for Nicoract. Not looking good. Tank shots going up. Creature is containing. Getting to charge, rebuilding that prism. Now, Creature, he should not blink in, but he doesn't need to. Remember, the win condition for Creature is just contain. Just contain Nicoract. Keep him busy at home. That's all the Creature has to do. And enjoy a better economy, a better production, but everything else. Now, on the side of Nicoract, there are a couple of options. He could go for drop play, true. He could move out with some drops, and he could try to cripple the economy here of Creature and sneak out across the map. The other option is he could pull the boys. He can pull the boys and go for a 2-way all-in. As deja vu. We're moving out, so we do skirt around, and the Creature, he does actually miss the move out, but we could go for another base trade, in the sense that Nicoract, when he hits that third base, Creature, he has the option to hit the natural, and we could trade a base for a base. Prism into the main. Recall is available. Expansion is going to go down, and yep, we commit. We do commit, and once again, that natural base for Nicoract, it's going to fall. Zealots this time, though, into the main base. There are some reinforcements back at home. Third base goes down, and Nicoract has to keep going. He has to keep pushing towards that natural. Can he deny charge? He cannot. Yeah, too little, too late. Charge will complete. At the same time, Nicoract, he holds onto the main. Steaming on into that natural. Depowers up production. There is one immortal on the high ground. There's that recall. Tanks through siege. He can take a fight. Massive tank shots going up. And the Creature is in trouble here. No shot. Creature is going to lose everything. The souls are going down. The boys are being pulled. This was not the recall to go for. He should have committed into the main. He should have committed to the base trade, which was what I assumed he was going to do. And with that, Nicoract, he takes it. He takes it. GG. And Nicoract, he will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the next round. GG. Who needs a natural? Who needs a natural? Again, a bit of a misread there from Creature. I do think that going for the base trade was the best option initially, and I was expecting a recall to the main base, not to the natural. The problem with the recall to the natural, as we saw, is that the tanks were sieged. The 3 tanks were already sieged up, ready for the recall. So as soon as the recall finished, bam, massive tank boys went off. We had the Marines in front of the tanks as well, and Nicoract was the best fight he could have taken there. And with that, GG. GG, well played. Creature had such a lead. He was up in bases, he was up in economy, he was up in tech. He had a massive advantage there. But alas, Nicoract, he found a way. Did find a way. I expected him to pull the boys with that move out, but regardless, it worked out anyway, as he had, I guess, extra boys to pull to defend the main. And with that, GG, well played. Nicoract, he will advance on. And the question becomes, does he have an opponent? Who's up next? Let's find out. Let us find out as we switch our scenes over and catch up on the bracket.